Hello everyone, welcome back to the channel, CLT Aviation 13 with a Charlotte Airport update. This is number 65 to the series. And before we get started, I just want to wish all the fathers a happy Father's Day, as we are just a few days out at the time of recording this video of Father's Day. So happy Father's Day to everyone that is a proud father out there, mine included. And we will get things started today's video on the old A concourse like we will normally do. So I'm going to start with Etihad, and this is our June update, by the way. We are approaching July in a few weeks, and I am looking forward to JetBlue Airways returning to Charlotte July 9th. So as we get a few more weeks here, I will produce another video and have that uploaded on July 9th for the inaugural. But anyways, as opposed to the last update we've done, the Etihad service has been upgauged to a daily service on the Boeing 7879, so I'm happy to have that in the video. I'll have to take it out of the video sometime just to the time of day. I try to keep things very realistic, so the time frame for today's video, your flight times are seeing anything probably from the 2 o'clock window to about 5:30 is the flights that I'm using for today. So anyways, we have Etihad Flight 16 with service to Abu Dhabi, transitioning to one of our A321neos. This aircraft is operating flight 1502 with service to Los Angeles, followed by the America West Retro 321 operating flight 3320 with service to Phoenix. And then we have the 777-200 operating flight 704 with service to Frankfurt. And then I'm going to transition to the 319 that is getting ready to push back. This aircraft is operating flight 2116 with service to Memphis. Going up to our 737-800 in the standard colors. This is flight 1573 with service to Boston. And then I'm head to the dual taxiway system in that alleyway right behind or in between the Acon piers. So on the left you have the MAX 8, which is flight 2080 with service to Chicago O'Hare. And then you have the Neo 321 operating flight 1660 with service to Orlando. And last but not least on this section, we have the Piedmont Retro 321 getting loaded up with a flight to Seattle operating flight 2107. Next up, we will transition to our second of the three A concourse piers, starting with the Air Canada CRJ 900 that is parked at Alpha 22. I think last time we had our update, I believe it was the Embraer 175s. I can't necessarily remember, but they have since transitioned to the CRJ 900s for this part of the schedule. This is Air Canada Flight 8748 with service to Toronto. We have two Southwest aircrafts. First one is the 737-700 with service to Nashville, operating flight 914. And the Southwest 737 MAX 8. This aircraft is making a flight to St. Louis as flight 1173. And then we have our empty gates for now. We have Alpha 28 sitting empty, former Spirit gate, and then Alpha 29, former Spirit gate as well. And we will transition to our Uniteds. We'll keep the camera here. I didn't want to reposition it. It's two Embraer 175s in the top part of your screen and a 319. So we'll start with the 319. Which is operating flight 791 with service to Denver, and the Embraer 175 that is on pushback is operating flight 3456 with service to Newark. And the one at the gate, I believe that's Alpha 21 it looks like, operating flight 6203 with service to Washington Dulles. And then while we are over here, I am just going to go through all of our aircraft on the taxiway. So we will start with the Embraer 175. So all these airplanes, so today's configuration is set up for a northbound flow. So all these airplanes are coming off of runway, I was about to say 36 left, but it's since changed to runway 1 left and 19 right. So these aircraft are coming off from the west side of the field. We'll start with the 175 from Hilton Head, operated flight 3582. And then we will go to the Embraer 145, which was operated by Piedmont, flight 5883 from Myrtle Beach. Then we have our CRJ 900 right behind it. So I'm gonna keep the camera right like that, I like that. So the CRJ 900 was from Lexington as flight 5171. The One World 737-800 is holding at that spot there, waiting for the alley to be vacated. It is coming in from Syracuse as flight 3080. And last but not least, we have the CRJ 700, which just came in from Washington Dulles as flight 5220. Alrighty, for the last pier of the A concourse, pretty similar setup from last time. There's a few changes, which I'm actually happy to include in today's video. So since my May update, we did not have the A220 in the video, I do not believe, so the A220-100 will be included. And you also notice the Salt Lake City flight has transitioned from the 737-900 to an A321neo in the CO version too, but I think it's been predominantly operated on the Neo if I'm not mistaken. So we will start with the Delta 717. That's at gate Alpha 32. This aircraft is sitting and getting ready for a flight to Atlanta, operating flight 2157. And then we will go to our Salt Lake City flight, which is flight 2070 to SLC. And then the 220-100, this route is entirely served by, Minneapolis. Has a mix of the 100s. I think most of the flights are the A220-100s. There might be a 300 that gets thrown in time to time. And then I've also noticed a 319 on one of the later flights, so I'll have to include that in the video sometime. Anyways, like I kind of alluded to, this is flight 2819 with service to MSP. And you'll see another Delta 717 getting pushed back, or getting ready to push back. This aircraft is going to Detroit, operated via flight 1430. Last but not least, I don't know if I said in the last time, but we really need some more Frontier models from either NG or Gemini Jets. I feel like that's probably one of the biggest airlines that have been really lacking in terms of 1-400 production, unless I missed some. But I know Gemini Jets made the Bronco one, or Champ the Bronco, I think it was, the 320neo. That was years ago though. Anyhow, this is Frontier flight 1328 with service to Philadelphia. Alright everyone, so that will conclude today's update for the month of June. It will not be much longer until you see another Charlotte Airport update, as July 9th is approaching very, very quickly. As I noted at the beginning of the video, that is the day JetBlue finally resumed service to Charlotte, and for many that know me, it's been my #1 favorite airline for God knows how long, so I am super thrilled to have them back, and it's kind of brought a little bit of excitement from when I was a little bit younger, so I am definitely looking forward to that day, and I will most certainly have a video loaded for July 9th that will include JetBlue. So expect July 9th to have an airport update for sure. And then I don't know if I'll do any other ones for the month of July. I might try to squeeze in a second one, see how things are going. I actually have I have a little bit of PTO in for July, so actually I will probably try to just record another video and try to upload it towards the end of the month. So we'll probably get 2 videos in July for this display. And I don't want to officially share it yet, but I do have another display that is definitely on the horizon. I don't want to give an ETA, but I will say the matte portion is in production as we speak. And then hopefully the terminal project, or the terminal building, will follow shortly. But I am super, super eager for that one. I think many of you will be very excited to see it. It's not T5. I will allude that it has a JetBlue influence, but I want to say it's not T5, but I think it's going to be better than T5 just with the long-term picture for JetBlue. So I think it's going to be a great display. I've had the slot in the queue for about a year now, so it just happened that the timing was perfect. So I'm really looking forward to share that with you guys, and honestly I'll probably post that display a lot more on social media and whatnot, just because it's a little bit more passionate for JetBlue. So I definitely look forward to showing that for you guys. So expect that one soon-ish, summer hopefully. Hopefully by the maybe end of summer, so maybe sooner. Anyways, thank you guys for stopping by for today's video. Hope you enjoyed it, and I will see you in the next one. Take care.